When you're blind, you learn a thing or two about trust. You learn who to trust.
Creepy Cassie! She's never gonna find out. Cassie can't see.
You learn what to trust.
Focus, Cassie. What's this sound?
A fan.
Good. Now, what's in front of the fan?
I don't know.
Cassie, sounds are how we see. Listen. Tap your cane.
It's a coffee mug.
Right. Excellent. Though you are without sight, it does not mean you cannot see.
And most importantly, you learn to trust yourself. Even if that means hopping on the first flight to Boston to find the mansion from your nightmares. I don't know why I've been having these dreams for months now, and I certainly don't know what's waiting for me at Echo Bluff. But I do know I can't take much more of the torment. So I'm trusting myself to get to the bottom of it. Hello?
Cassie, I'm on my way. Just stay put.
Listen, I need to do this.
Cassie, not in the cafe for a few hours. I'll be there soon.
I'm at the door.
Wait, don't hang up.
Hello? I know nobody's there, but I'm just doing my due diligence. Hello? Probably should have worked out a plan if someone is, here. Moving out or moving in? Nobody's supposed to be here. Deep breaths, Cassie. You're here for a reason. In my dreams, I always see a rope, a ticket, an apple, and an axe. Maybe start there. Hate fire.
Dearest Richard, happy anniversary, my love. What a perfect way to begin our 10th year together. New house, new baby on the way. I know this fresh start is the perfect way to complete our family. Felicia.
What was that? A memory?
Felicia's pregnancy suits her. She glows. She walks around holding her tummy. Sometimes she just smiles for no reason. I was worried about the solitude of this place, but I think the impending addition is going to be her whole world. Until then, I just need to keep a batch of chocolate chip cookies on hand at all times. It appears cravings aren't just a wives' tale.
What was that? Hello? Hello?
Now, Cassie, that music box belongs to St. Joseph's, not to Cassie Thornton. Put it back.
But I need the music box to help me fall asleep. It's a new house. I'm scared to go. But I love this song. Okay. Fine. I'll leave it for the next girl. Wish I'd left that one buried in the backyard. What brought that back? There it is, the rope!
I've always loved this agate's healing properties, but last week when I had a stomachache, I went to touch it and it was hot. The stone wasn't in the sunlight or by a heater, and the stones around it were cool to the touch. What really worries me is that it's a protection stone. These little things in the strangest places around the house. The last one I threw over the side of the cliff because it made me feel dizzy when I touched it. But here it is. The same one with the unstitched eye back under our bed. And it's a little soggy. Tossing and turning. I used to sleep on my belly before I got pregnant. Now I roll around like a woman possessed. This baby kicks so frantically sometimes. It must be very excited. I hope. Pregnancy manuals don't prepare you for is that first kick. It feels like you swallowed a big fat goldfish and it's flopping around in your stomach. Maybe we'll name her Goldie.
Gloucester's an interesting town. Salty. Not unfriendly, mind you, but rough around the edges, wary of outsiders. There's a sort of paranoia in the air, a collective nervousness all the folks share. They're a jittery sort that could use a downer here or there. I wonder if it's due to the town's fishing village nature, a sort of impermanence that comes with working in the sea. An odd place, but not entirely unpleasant, just charged. That or They didn't like this house's previous owners.
I don't understand. This is the rope. The same damn rope from my dreams. What the hell does it mean? Damn. Guess I still have some digging around to do.
Wish I'd left that one buried in the backyard.
Was the tree in my dreams and I just forgot? What the hell? Who's here? Ghosts. Actual ghosts.
Honey, can you grab the pills you prescribed me for morning sickness? I left my purse in the car.
Yeah, sure. I'll grab them. Jesus. You're imagining things, Cass.
Richard makes fun of me for it, but I hate the dirt here. There are no worms, for goodness sake. Oh, no wonder my little seedlings aren't taking root. Tomorrow I'll head down to a bait shop and see if some night crawlers do the trick.
Delphi. Text-to-speech.
Patient, Briar, Felicia. 20 milligrams fluoxetine, tabs. Instructions, take twice daily with water. Dr. Richard Briar.
What kind of doctor prescribes to his own wife?
New text message from Serge.
Hey, about to board. What's up? Not angry, just concerned.
Look, I need answers. I just got here and this shit's messed up. I'm onto something. And I'm starting to think I'm having these nightmares for a reason.
Message sent.
This place feels different.
We have no real neighbors, so the only folks we've met have been at local markets. Brief interactions. Felicia and I aren't bar-hopping types, so for the most part, we're alone up here. I don't mind the solitude myself. In fact, I thrive when it's just me and my thoughts. But I'm worried Felicia's going to want some girlfriends. I should encourage her to get out more, and make sure she doesn't mention our address.
Hold of no. Who is master of the world? Man or the insect? Nature's most precise, representing the intent of all forms of life. Its terrifying mandibles. Nothing stops the insect. They are utterly ruthless and lust to destroy. Roam and gorge to their heart's content.
That thing was in the garage again. With the baby sitting on my bladder, it took all my self-control not to wet myself. My nerves are shot. I need some tea. I'll be out in a bit. Just leave it on the bar, honey. Thank you.
Super. Now that I'm done running ghost errands, I can get back to the snooping.
Each one is absolute crap. I've got a stack of JAMA journals up to my chin, and every issue is stuffed with pompous pseudo-intellectual prattle about the dangers of the medical model and the anti-pharmaceutical movement. Do no harm, my ass. One of my colleagues going to get back to what matters, the patient. Not commentary on the state of Benny's. This drivel serves no one.
Delphi. Text-to-speech.
Nancy Chang's Chinese cuisine.
She's so perfect. It's almost like she's hard to look at. My eyes can't focus. I should probably tell Richard. I don't want to tell Richard.
Hold of no. Who is master of the world? Man or the insect? Nature's most persistent creatures, representing the intent of all forms of life. Its terrifying mandibles. Nothing stops the insect. They are utterly ruthless in their lust to destroy. Roam and gorge to their heart's content.
Rich. I'm hoping the package the
Laws of
staff and
nature
I sent
are
you made it.
inexorable.
We know coloring books and crayons are advanced for your child, but we thought it's something Felicia could bond with your baby over, once he or she is born, of course. So you can continue your hobby. We enclosed the latest published star chart. I figure the light pollution out there is exponentially smaller than here. Sally jokingly suggested to include some chakra stones for Felicia just to piss you off, but we all remembered how your face would turn beet red with frustration because of your hippie wife's beliefs. I also hope your new practice is doing well. Hope to hear from you soon. Your colleague, Frank.
I thought I had a memory of the night sky. Not sure if that's possible. I wonder what the stars sound like.
is a daunting task, especially when you consider our remote location. But then it hit me. Remote sessions. I've had patients reach out over the phone before, so why not embrace that? I'm certain some former colleagues would take issue, but then they would take issue with SSRIs.
Ugh.
Nope. No more nature walks. This pregnancy has made me so clumsy. Every time I try to take a stroll outside, I twist something. I can't wait to get my balance back. Physically and spiritually.
Well, that's one way to sculpt.
Listen, honey, star-crossed lovers, we are not. A psychic and a psychiatrist? Oh, that analytical mind of yours is switched on 24/7. Until I can get a glass of Merlot into you and maybe slip a jasper stone under your pillow. Then you become almost bearable.
What the hell does a rope, a ticket, and a goddamn apple have to do with anything? Why that? Why those items?
Let's see here. Dose 1, 50 milligrams of imipramine, along with 100 milligrams of morphine for pain. Patient is woozy but not hysterical. We'll maintain dosage tomorrow. Dose 2. The imipramine has caused vomiting and patient's hysteria has returned. Moving forward with a combination of monoamine, oxidase inhibitors, and tricyclic antidepressants.
this thing. Don't know why, but I just have to paint it. Even if it's just to get it out of my periphery.
Oh, man. I suddenly don't feel so good.
The patient is taken to seclusion and doesn't seem to understand her surroundings. This, I think, may be for the best. I will monitor this situation closely before making any more hasty decisions after last time. Still, she needs her medicine and she leaves her pills on a tray each night. She doesn't understand that she needs to get well for herself and for the baby. I must take matters into my own hands for both their sakes.
Matters into my own hands? That's not alpha male or anything.
Delphi. Text-to-speech.
The only star I can really seem to hone in on is IC 2118. A fave, to be sure, but the stars are just wrong here. The worst part is that Felicia agrees.
IC 2118.
Sleep with us, Danny. Sleep with us.
Just a shot in the dark, but I wonder if that star the good doctor was referring to might be it. What was it again? Cha-ching.
Delphi. Text-to-speech.
Dear Richard Breyer, you must immediately alert any current patients and cease administering therapy or prescriptions as of today. Any attempt to continue practicing will be considered fraud and subject to prosecution in court. Sincerely, Roger Bradley, American Psychiatric Institute.
Why can't I go in anymore? I know, my fingers fumble keys and sometimes I'm a little slower than before, but you can't keep me prisoner in this house, in this body. I don't want any more pills.
I don't like where this is going.
Delphi. Text-to-speech.
1. Some kind of woman.
Somehow connected to the tree. 2. Other people, seemingly unrelated. A 1940s housewife. Could this be Betty? Some man with a mustache? 3, that song. 4, the noises. 5, misaligned chakras.
Was she having visions too?
Everything's fine now. I'm fine. Sandy's fine. Won't you come back and sleep with us, Richard? Daddy.
Found one of Felicia's paintings today. While I did in fact encourage her to take up this new hobby after seeing this piece, well, it sickened me. Made me question my own advice. It wasn't her technique that gave me pause, but rather her subject matter. April 2nd. Patient is once again sedated and resting. Part of me wonders if the strange sounds around this house aren't just signs of its age. I'm frightened of this place and of my own wife. I spend most of my time in the turret telling Felicia I'm working and watching the baby. In reality, I'm cowering. This method works best with patients that are, how should I say, more loquacious than others. Frank was never the chattiest patient I'd ever had, but the remote sessions are not quite working for us. I'll be calling one of my colleagues shortly to see if he can accommodate Frank into his patient load.
Don't touch this stuff myself. I need all my faculties.
It's from my favorite book growing up, The Princess and the Frog. My mom said she always caught me by old stinky ponds and wetlands looking for my future husband. But it wasn't about boys. I fell in love with nature, the sort of spirits that bind us. If a gem or an herb could facilitate a divine connection, why couldn't an animal have a beautiful soul?
I would have sculpted you a killer frog, Felicia.
I'd planned on painting my own set of tarot cards when we moved in. Now I just can't seem to do it. The cards and their symbols seem to take a life of their own. I don't want to use them.
Dose 3. Attempted a blockade of presynaptic dopamine reuptake, but this has accelerated patient psychosis. Going to try a cocktail of meproteline, amoxapine, and trazodone. Symptoms not typical postpartum and seem to be triggered in certain parts of the home. Considering hypnosis.
The sagebrush is now this. How does malachite crack? It's supposed to protect me and the baby. How does a gem inside a silver setting just shatter like that? My baby. Give me the goddamn key to the playroom. Where is it? I don't need the pills anymore, and I don't need you watching my every move. Can't you tell? I haven't taken them in days.
Have you come to play?
Oh, hell no.
some point, we're gonna need to talk about this.
I don't understand. Is it Richard doing this? Or the house?
I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know how. I've taken none of his prescriptions. I still see it. I still see it. I still see it.
What is it about that tree? I feel it too.
Betty, why am I still seeing it?
Hello?
Where are you?
Hey, Serge. What's up?
Where are you?
Okay. I'm in a weird... I don't know, I guess it was a nursery. There's bubble wrap everywhere. Wait a sec. Shouldn't you be at 30,000 feet right now? Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Hello? Whoever you are, I'm not afraid of you. You hear me? You can't scare me. Get a hold of yourself, Cassie. No place else to hide.
Whoever you are, I'm not afraid of you. You hear me? You can't scare me.
I think the coast is clear.
The baby is cold. I have to warm
No, no, not fire, not here. No, 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 not the baby. Gotta move fast. I need a fire extinguisher. Stop fucking with me.
When have I ever fucked around with you?
Serge, it's actually you.
In the flesh. Inside
Sounds like you can use a hand.
I have a literal fire to put out.
Wait a minute, don't hang up.
I'll call you back.
Patient showing signs of progress. She is accepting the switch to bottle feeding and is no longer... Wait a moment. What's that? I must be hearing things. I need more sleep. Hello? What's that? Who's there? Is something burning? Felicia!
No, this is how it ends! Fucking house! It made Felicia burn her family alive? Why is it tormenting these poor people? I thought I was supposed to fix it! To stop it! What am I even doing here? I don't understand! I shouldn't be here. This is all wrong. I gotta get out now. No! What do you want from me? Help!
I can't hear you as well. Not without the pills. I'm ready to join you now. There's no one left for me. Give me a sign you're still here. A knock. Footsteps, your phonograph. Anything. I need to move on, but I'm afraid. Please show yourself. Your sister in suffering. Felicia.
This doesn't sound good.
Goodbye, Richard.
Shit! The rope. I need to head back there stat.
Goodbye, sweet baby girl.
Hang on, Felicia. I'm coming.
Hi, Dr. Breyer. This is Shane Carter. I'm calling in with my weekly report. Check-in. I never know what to call these things. Things have been getting worse with my night terrors. Still waking up with this horrible feeling of being swallowed up by a suffocating darkness. To make matters worse, now when I wake up, I'm finding myself unable to move, and it's really difficult to breathe. I sense what is this old lady in the corner of the room. She feels like she's made up of nothing but this pure evil, and she's there to drag me down into hell. I try to scream, but nothing comes out, and I finally snap out of it yelling like a madman. It scares Ashley half to death. Please call me back as soon as you can. I really need to talk to you. Thanks.
I think I'm actually sleepwalking more since I started taking the pills you prescribed. Most of it was innocent stuff, but 2 nights ago I showed up in my daughter's bedroom with a hammer. She said I came by her bed and started yelling about how she broke the lawnmower, and then my wife came and had to push me away from her until I woke up, freaked out, and ran away. And the only thing I remember is thinking that someone broke into the house, and I was trying to find the phone, but I couldn't recognize any of the rooms. Eventually I came to my senses, but I'm dreading going to sleep now. And I'm not very happy about your therapy methods either.
Hi, Dr. Breyer, it's Shane again. I know you told me not to call after hours or on the weekends, but I really need to talk to you. You haven't returned my calls yet. I don't think the new meds are working, and I'm not sure what to do anymore. Please call as soon as you get this.
Doc, it's me, Walter. I'm having some major issues here. The pills, they're not working anymore. They are back. I don't know what to do. They won't shut up. They just keep going on and on about nothing. They've started talking about me now. It's like they're gossiping behind my back, talking about my hair and nose. I just want them to stop. There's one that doesn't talk about me. You know, the night guard. He wakes up when the rest go to bed. All he does is listen to some sportscast that happened that day. The cast is so loud, I just can't sleep. That's not the worst. The worst is that I don't listen or watch sports. But the cast is about a game that happened the past day. I've verified this, Doc. You gotta do something. I just want them to quiet down.
Dr. Breyer, it's Shane. Ashley and I got into a huge fight last night because she thinks you're doing more harm than good. She finally admitted she's frightened of me. She threw a hairbrush at me, if you can believe that. She got an offer from her old job at DKG Financial and has decided to move back to Chicago. I feel like I'm all alone now. I'm not sure how much more I can take. Maybe this really is the end.
He's the last thing I think about before I fall asleep. That moment between wake and sleep where everything is so real. I relive that moment every night. This slow motion nightmare, night after night after night. So I just tried to live without sleep. I'd go days without sleep until I would just collapse from exhaustion and my body would just shut down. I would relive that 10 seconds that changed my life forever. Weather-wise, it was an amazing day. You hear a lot about being a wet mess in Vietnam, and they're right. It was nothing but wetlands, rain, and more wet. Every once in a while, a wind would pick up and blow all the humidity away. It would only last a day or so, but man, we loved those days. This was that day. I could feel the cool breeze and the sun warming my helmet. Our squad was going on patrol in the area of Homa Village. There was a lot of action, but our squad hadn't suffered casualties since I got there. Didn't even dawn on me that I was replacing somebody that didn't make it. Youth, right? You know that thing where you get scared when a bug lands on your face and you jump out of your skin, but you laugh at a haunted house because you expect to be scared? I think this was the same thing. We expected nothing, so when the bug landed on our face, it made an impression. We started to trudge through yet another rice field, M14 at the ready. The mud from this field was all the way up to my knees, and each step was a struggle. We saw some movement in a stand of trees to the north. We got into offensive formation, ready for what was going to come next. I grabbed a pair of binoculars from PFC Rogers' backpack and scanned the forest, where we saw the movement, and I started to laugh, because the movement was just a dog looking for some rats in the field. Our squad leader saw the same thing. Squad leader gave us a signal and we all unpuckered our butts and kept moving. We didn't get 10 steps when all hell broke loose, and there was a single shot. Rogers dropped in front of me in a single hole in his head. Who knows how many shots were fired from the trees at us. I held on to Rogers. I can't tell you what was going around. I just remember looking up and seeing a helicopter opening fire at the trees. I later found out it was 7 minutes after the shooting had started, and it was a blur. I was still there when the medic came and pulled Rogers to the waiting evac chopper. I loved him. He and I were a thing.
Sure, no one knew. Well, that's not true. Everyone knew, but no one said anything. We met each other in training school and we hit it off from day one. He let slip something that made me think that he was like me. Maybe he and I shared the same deep secret. That few weeks later we were alone studying. I just asked him. It was so funny. You could hear him stammering and lying and quickly changing the subject. I called him a liar and I kissed him. At first it was just a peck, followed by a kiss that only two 19-year-olds in their prime could do. We would find places to sneak off base. He came to my folks' house for Christmas that year. We were madly in love, but we didn't say anything. We loved to service to our country, and we didn't want to see it end. Every time I drift off to sleep, all I see is him falling into my arms. My first real love, gunned down in front of me on a foothill in a mountain range, with a stand of evergreen trees on the most amazing day I'd ever known.
Goodbye, Richard. Goodbye, sweet baby girl. I'm off to visit with a girlfriend.
Felicia, why? What happened? It wasn't your fault. None of this was your fault. Why are you doing this? What the hell is the point of any of this? Where am I? A tree. Why? Down in the marketplace, I spied a spry old man handing her this locket. It was inscribed, "Thy healing fingers hath my eternal gratitude." Imagine my shock when he turned and I saw it was Erwin, the town cripple, and there was no Kane in sight. Who was that? And who was she talking about?